Hi everyone, welcome to another mat class with me. Grab your mat and some water and let's get started. All right, let's start on our hands and knees, lining those wrists under the shoulders. Knees are under the hips. Tailbone is back. You have a small divot in the lower part of your back. Good, try not to lock your arms. Good. Looking down at the mat, your head is reaching long. Just think of that nice long spine from your head all the way down to your tailbone. Good, let's start by pushing in our hands for our cat-cow. Pushing in hands and shins, rounding that spine up. And then as you bring your head up, push the tailbone back and come up. Good. Continue the cat-cow. Good, really using the mat to push in and then come back up. Good, stay lifted through the belly. Good, we're still in warm up, 2 more. And last one, good, round the spine. Good, and come back. Good, readjust if necessary. Good, let's open our arm to the ceiling. So gliding that hand across the mat, lifting it up and looking behind you to look at your fingertips and then bringing everything back in. Other side, glide the hand out. Good, and then come back in. Good, focusing on the movement coming from that mid back. Keeping your hips nice and square. Good, and come back down. Good, a few more. Remember not to lock your elbows. I need a reminder myself not to do that. Often we can overextend. Good. One more on each side. Good. Let's make this our last one. Good, and come back down. Good. Aligning again, so make sure those wrists are under, and make sure your hands nice spread on your fingers, not too close together. That'll give you more support. Good. All right, take an inhale. As you exhale, just lift one arm back, down to your side, and then come back. Good, other side. I'm always amazed at how much this one can just work your belly immediately. Good, stay lifted through the core. Good, thinking about length as you reach that arm back, not too high, and then back down. Good. Good, one more on each side. Good, and then come back down. Good, just take a little break, sit back on your heels, rotate the wrists, do whatever you need to do. Good, let's come back to that quad position. Good, line yourself up again. Good, we'll do some bent knee hip circles. Okay, so pick a side to start with. So I'm gonna start with the side that's facing you. So I'm gonna focus on getting nice and heavy into that opposite hand, okay? Take an inhale, exhale, lift the leg up, bend, and flex the foot. Good, feel nice and supported and evenly weighted on those hands. Good, just bring the knee out and down around. Good, try not to come over to one side. Keeping the belly pulled in. Good, other direction. Bring the knee in, out to the side, to the back, and back in. Good. Good, so here you can open your hips. That's what we're doing. We're trying to, good. And last one. Good, come down. Good. Let's do the other leg. Already starting to get nice and warm. Bring that leg up. Good. Bend the knee. Good. Flex the foot as you bring the leg out and down and around and back up. Breathe through it. Good. Other direction. So bring the knee in towards your body or your wrist, and then out and down around. Good. Good. And one more. Perfect. Good. All right. Let's do our kneeling squat. Take your hands behind your head. Lace your fingers together. Good. Engage the belly. Take an inhale. Exhale, come up, and then sit back on those heels. Good. If you have any knee pain or knee problems, you can skip this one. Good. Squeeze those glutes when you come up. Good. 3 more. 2. And the last one. Perfect. All right. Let's do our arm leg reach prep. Okay, so again, lining those wrists under the shoulders, knees are under the hips, lifted through the belly. Good, nice long spine. All right, so we're just gonna keep our limbs on the mat because we're still in warm-up phase. So take an inhale. As you exhale, reach opposite arm, opposite leg, and then bring everything back in. Good, reach. Good, as the weeks go on, you get better at this and you get more stable. Think about when you first started this exercise. Good, hips are pointing forward. Good, just sliding the hand forward, sliding the leg straight back. Hips are square to the mat. Good. One more on each side. Last one. Good, that'll help us prep for when we actually do the exercise a little bit later in the class. Good, let's do our kneeling flow as our last thing for our warm-up. Good, so come to kneeling, bring the arms around and go into child's pose. Good, come up to cow, tuck your toes, go into down dog. Good, back to cow, remember relax the feet, go back into child's pose, and then come back up to kneeling. Do it again, arms around, child's pose. Good, come up to cow, tuck the toes, down dog. Good, back to cow. Good, back to child's pose, and up to kneeling. Let's do a bit quicker. Circle the arms, child's pose, into cow, tuck the toes, down dog. Good, back to cow. Good, child's pose, and up to kneeling. 2 more times, a little bit quicker. Arms around, child's pose, up to cow. Good, tuck the toes, down dog. Good, back to cow. Good, child's pose. Good, and come up to kneeling. Last time, circle the arms. Go into child's pose. Come up to cow, tuck your toes, down dog. Good, back to cow. Good, and child's pose. Rest here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right. Grab a drink if you need to. And we're going to start kneeling. Okay? So, let's start tall on our knees, okay? If you have any knee pain or knee problems, you can double or triple up your mat. You can put a towel under yourself. Just make sure you're stable. So I suggest doubling up the mat before you start putting towels under your knees. Okay, so let's start with our side bend. So the crown of our head is reaching tall to the ceiling, nice long spine. Good, natural curve in our spine at the back. Good, let's just start with our side bend. Good. Going over to one side and back up. Over and back. Good, feeling nice and lifted through the side. Good, imagining you're nice and long through the waistline as you come over. Good, and come back up. Good, take your hands and place them on your head and try that same movement, okay? So I want you to focus on lifting up as you do a lateral side bend and then come back up, okay? So lift ribs away from the hips and come over. So you're nice and lifted, so lift and come over. Good. Good, stay lifted through the abdominals. Good, when you go to one side, can you think about being heavy on the opposite side? Good. And back up to center. Good. Keeping your hands here, or if you'd like to cross your hands over your body, that's more comfortable for you, go ahead. I'm going to put my hands on my head, and I like this because I can push my head into my hands and I feel like I'm creating more length and more space. Okay, so here we're going to do our spine twist. So take an inhale, exhale, twist. Focusing on twisting through the mid back. My hips are pointing to you, they're pointing to the camera. Good. Imagine there's a sponge. Your midsection is a sponge, and you're lifting up to lengthen, and then you're wringing out the sponge of all the water. Good. Lift up. Good. Shoulders are not close to the ears. Good. We don't want to be doing this. Okay, so lift up and twist. And you don't have to go super far. Everyone's mobility in this section of their back is very different. Okay, so lift and twist. Good. And come back to center. Good. Just give your shoulders a little roll, bringing the arms up to shoulder height and bring them back down. Good, arms up to shoulder height and back down. Trying to be evenly weighted in those knees. Good, feet are relaxed, face is relaxed. Good, adding on, let's lift in front, back down, and lift out to the side. Good, lift, down, and up. Remember, don't hold your breath. Good. And one more. Good. And come back down. Good. Let's do some circles. So bring those arms out, to your side. Good. And I want you to interlace. I want you to glue your four fingers together, and your thumb can point to the ceiling. Good. So instead of doing this, get all those fingers glued together, and let's do arm circles. Good. Don't need to be big. Focus on keeping your arms nice and straight. Good. Belly's engaged. Good. Little circles. And reverse. goes down. Good. Let's get ready for our side leg lift. Okay? So take a nice big inhale. Exhale, as you come over to one side and do your side bend, place your palm down and bring your leg out to the side. Good. And then come back. Good. Let's stick with the same side. Good. Lifting up and over. Good. Legs reaching long. I'm not going forward or back. Good. Lift the leg. Lift and lower down. Lift and lower for 5. Good, and bring that leg back in and come up. Let's do the other side. So let's just do the prep first. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, side bend to the side, palm comes down. Remember, we're nice and lifted through that knee. So we're not collapsed on that leg, we're lifted. Good, leg reaches nice and long, and then bring everything back in. Let's do that again. Good. So side bend, palm comes down. When you're ready, bring the leg out. Good. Let's do some lifts here. Belly's pulled in. 2 and 1. Excellent. Good. Bring it back in and come back up. Good. Let's just sit back on your knees and just take a little break. Good. All right. Let's go on to our stomachs. Okay. I'm just going to move my mat a little bit. Good. Let's go on to our stomachs, and legs are reaching long. You can stack your hands and rest your forehead on your mat. Actually, no, sorry. Hands are by your face and legs are reaching long. Hip bones are evenly weighted into the mat. Good. Let's just start with our head hovers. So hover the head, good, and lower back down. Hover the head and back down. Good. Hover and lower. Good. Next time you hover the head, look towards the end of your mat, back to center, and down. Good. Hover, look towards the end of your mat, back to center, and down. Good. Legs are still activated. They're not lifted, but they're activated. Good. Lifted through the core. Good. And come down. Good. Let's stack those hands. And let's just do some hip extensions. So stack your hands, place your forehead on your hands. Good. Reach one leg long and lift it up off the mat and back down. Good. Reach the other leg long and lift. Reach and lift. Good. Reach and lift. Good. One more on each side. Good. All right. Hands back by the face. Let's do like a mini spine extension. So, staying lifted through the belly. Take an inhale. Exhale. Hover the head. Look towards the end of your mat. And then push yourself up a little bit more. And then lay everything back down. Good. Again, hover the head. Look towards the end of your mat and continue to push up. Good. Nothing crunching in that lower back. If it is, do not push up as high. Good. So we're trying to get a nice extension. We're trying to keep a nice wide collarbone here and a nice extension in that mid back again. Good. Relax the glutes. Good. And one more. Hover. Good. All right. Come up onto your forearms. Good. So you're on your forearms. Your legs are reaching long. Okay. So make like a triangle with your hands. So you have a little triangle here. So your fingers come together. Good. So you're on your forearms. So you're feeling nice and tall. Reach those legs long and lift them up. Good. And I want you just to flutter your legs. Okay? Flutter. Good. Good. And let everything come down and just rest. Good. Let's do that one more time. So you're on your forearms. Lift the legs. So your thighs are kind of off the mat and just flutter your legs. Looking forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come down. All right. Let's do something else for our back. So taking your hands, stacking them and placing your forehead on them. Widen your stance a little bit. Good. So you're lifted. You're not lifted too high, but we're lifted off the mat. Legs are not. Good. And I want you just to think about that side bend we did earlier, kneeling, and I want you to do that on the mat. So side bend to one side and then come back to center. So you're on the same plane here. Good. Don't lift too high. So you don't need to lift way up here if that's not comfortable. So I'm not too far off the mat here. And we're going to one side and back to center. Gliding over to the other side. 2 more. And last one. Good. Those are really difficult. Good. Hands come down. Good. All right. We're back on our forearms and I'll demonstrate our next move. So we're on our forearms and we just lift our leg over to one side and we tap and then come back. Make sure you have room on both sides. Need to move a little bit. Good. So you're opening the leg and you're just toe tapping and then coming back. Good. Bring that leg over, toe tap. Good. Good. It just works a different part of our back. Two more. And last one. Good. Okay. Arms are reaching long by our sides. Good. And just reach those arms long, and then I want you to come up and your arms are beside you, and then lower everything back down. Good. So collarbone as wide as you lift your head and arms reach nice and long. and then come down. Good. Reach. Good. Good. On this next one, come up and hold it. Arms are reaching long, palms facing the ceiling. Little lift. So lift up and down. Lift and down. Good. Reaching those legs nice and long. Belly pulled in and down. Lift and down. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come down. Good. Just come down on one cheek and just relax everything. Good. Let's do our swimming prep. Okay, so make sure you have room in front of you and behind you for lifting. Okay. Good, so forehead just rests on the mat for now. Legs are reaching long. Hip bones are evenly weighted into the mat. Good. Let's just lift one arm, opposite leg, and come down. Good. Nice exercise here for our back and our legs. It's actually a great full body exercise. Good. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. Just focus on opposite arm and opposite leg. Don't hold your breath. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, come down. Good, and let everything rest. Good. We're going to do the same thing, but with our head lifted. Okay, so take a nice big inhale. Exhale, come up. Good, and lift opposite arm, opposite leg. You're still looking down at your mat. Good. Sometimes the prep work and the slow work is the best work because you really can focus on the movement. Pilates is all about nice quality movements, seeing how your body moves, and we just want to make it move better than it already does. Good. And come back down. Good. Just relax. So we're going to add on to that. You can stick with what we were doing, or you can take it to the next step would be to try swimming. Okay, take an inhale. Exhale, lift the head, arms, and legs. Good, reaching nice and long. And I want you to focus on lift opposite arm, opposite leg. Opposite arm. See, opposite arm goes up, the other one goes down. Good, and bring everything down. Good, you can stick with that, or what we were doing 2 exercises ago, or we can actually try the fast swimming. So the fast swimming looks like this, where we flutter, flutter, flutter. Legs go, arms are going as well. Okay, feel free to choose where you are at today. Listen to your body. All right, take an inhale. Exhale, lift everything up. Good, and start to flutter for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And everything down. Just relax. Take a few breaths. Good. All right, grab a drink of water if you need to. And we are going to go onto our backs. onto your back. Good. Bring your feet are hip distance apart. Good. Feet are flat on the mat. Find that neutral pelvis. Let's do a few pelvic tilts to help with that. So rolling your pelvis towards your breastbone. Notice how flat your back is, and rolling away. Good. Rolling, just rolling your pelvis. Try not to overthink it. Keeping your knees stable as you just really move through the pelvis. As you tuck your tailbone, and then it goes away from you. Good. All right, come back to neutral. So you have that small grape under the lower part of your back. Bring your hands up over chest, palms are together. Let's start by rolling onto one shoulder. Head follows, knees don't, hips stay pointed to the ceiling, and back to center. And going the other way. Good, keeping your arms straight and your hands in line with each other. So if your arm starts to bend here, don't go as far. Good, and back to center. Good, place your hands down on the mat. Good, finding that neutral pelvis again. Let's do some hip folds. Bring the leg to tabletop and back down. Other leg comes up and down. Good. Stay nice and level through the hips. Collarbone is wide, face is relaxed as you just lift and lower. Good. Stay lifted through the core. Good. Adding on. Next time you fold, extend the leg, bring it back in and down. Fold, extend, and back down. Next time you fold, extend the leg, good, and just flex the foot and point. Flex and point. Good, and bring it back down. Good, other side, fold the leg in, extend it, flex the foot, and point. Bring that leg back in and place it down. Good, reach one leg long. Good, feeling nice and supported on the opposite foot that's on the mat. Good, and just lift your leg and lower back down. Good, keeping that neutral. So if I keep lifting, I'm getting a flat back and I don't want that. I want to keep that small space in the lower part of my back. So that's where I can lift and I'm not compromising that neutral spine. So go to where you lift and you can still fit that grape there. Good. Exhale as you lift, inhale, lower. Thinking about length here as you lift and lower down. Lift and lower. Good, next time you come up, stay up, point the toe, cross over the midline, down, around, and back up. Good, cross over the midline, down, around, and up, circles. You can bring your hands out A little bit to help you. Good. You can make them as big or as small as you want, but make sure those hips are nice and stable. Good. Other direction. Bring the leg out, down, around, and up. Good. Supporting leg is also nice and stable. And last one. Good. Bring that knee in. Good. Let's do leg lifts on the other side. So reach that leg nice and long. Good. And lift it up and down. Check in with that neutral pelvis. Small grape should be there. Lift and lower. Good. I like to keep my hands on my hips sometimes to make sure they're nice and level, but you can place them down by your side as well. 2 more. Good. On this next one, I want you to stay up. Good. Point the toe nice and stable on that supporting foot. Cross over the midline, down, around, and up. Good. This side for me isn't as good as my other side, so I'm making my circles a little bit smaller so I don't compromise the quality of the exercise. Good. Cross over, down, around, and up. Cross over. Good. Other side. Other direction. Good. And come back in. Good. And place your foot down. Good. And just sway your legs side to side. All right. Taking your hands behind your head, lace your fingers together. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl up, and then lengthen to come down. Curl up, lengthen to come down. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Good. Adding on if you wish, add a hip fold as you curl. You don't have to add on. Continue with the ab curl if you wish. Good. Curling. Good. Maintaining that neutral spine. Last one. And come back down. Good. Adding on a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, curl up. Good. Bring both legs to tabletop. Place one down and the other down and uncurl. Good. Curl up. Bring one leg to tabletop. Other meets it. Place it down. Good. Continue. Last one. And come down. Good. And sway your legs side to side. Good, so you can stick with that. So you can either just stick with this ab curl and hip fold. You can do what we were doing by lifting both legs up, dropping one and dropping the other, or we can do some toe taps. Okay, so it looks like this. We'll curl up, we'll bring those legs up to tabletop, and then we'll toe tap down. And we'll do for 10 alternating, and I'm just going to count in my head, and I'll let you know when we're finished. Okay, so get ready, take an inhale, exhale, curl up. Good, bring those legs up to tabletop if you wish, and toe tap down. And last one. Good. Drop one leg, drop the other leg, uncurl, bring your knees to your chest just to release that. Good. One more thing for our abs. Good. All right, one more thing. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl up. Good. Reach for the back of the thighs. Pull yourself up a little bit more. Reach the arms long, keeping the height back to the head and lower back down. Good. Are you ready to join me? Curl up. Reach. Pull yourself a little more. Reach the arms long, back to your head and down. So really important to keep the height. Let's do it again. Curl up. Reach. Good. Pull yourself up a little bit more. Reach back. Good. Two more of these. Curl up. Reach. Good. Pull yourself up more. Reach the arms long. Keep the height back to your head. Last one. Curl up and reach and pull up. Reach the arms long. Down, around, and come back down. Good. Bring those knees in just to release that. Good. All right, we're going to finish with some bridging. So feet are hip distance apart. Arms are reaching long. Take an inhale. Exhale, push into the hands and feet and come up. And then hinge at the hips to come down. Good. Press into the feet and hands to come up. And then come back down. Good. As you lift, thinking about being evenly weighted on those feet, so not turning those feet out as you push up, and reaching the knees to the wall or whatever is in front of you. Reach, so really opening up in those hips and then coming down. Good, keep the shoulders away from the ears, face is relaxed, the work is in the legs, in the glutes. You can squeeze when you get to the top and come back down. Good, a nice thing to do at the end of the day if you've been sitting a lot, it just feels nice to open your hips. Good, on this next one I want you to come up and hold it. Good. Holding, lower an inch, press up. Lower and press up. Lower Good. And come back down. Good. Let's add on and do our heel lift. So take a big inhale. Exhale, push up. Good. And just lift one heel and then the other. Good. Lift. Relax the face. Good. Can you be even in those hips as you lift one heel and lower? Good. You can stay like this, or you can pedal your feet a little bit faster. It looks like this. Okay, so if you want to join me, let's pedal for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hinge the hips and come down. Take your feet wide and just sway them side to side. Good. All right, do a few hip folds here just to see how that feels after that we've done some bridging. So we're not done yet. All right, a little bit of a challenge here. I'll demonstrate first. You can see if you'd like to try it. All right, push yourself up into a bridge. Get heavy in your opposite leg. You're gonna lift the other one. So get heavy in the one that's supporting and just lift it to tabletop. And then place it back down, hinge at the hips, and come down. So we push up in our bridge, bring our leg to tabletop, place it back down. Okay, if that's too much, just really stick with your just a regular shoulder bridge, and squeeze those glutes as you go up. If you want a bit more of a challenge, you're welcome to join me. All right, take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale, push up. Good. Get heavy in the one side as we bring our leg to tabletop and down. Good. Hinge at the hips and come down. Good. Press up, leg to tabletop, down, hinge and come down. I like to hinge down in between. We don't have to, but it's nice to. Down. It's kind of like a reset. If we didn't hinge, we would just do this. Oh, I like to hinge in between. Good. Let's do one more on each side. Good. And come back down. Good. Let's just sway those knees side to side. Good. All right. Making sure you have room for your arms overhead. Good. All right. Let's come up into that bridge again. Bring the arms up overhead. Good. And as you lower your bridge down, I want you to curl and come up and do a little bit of an ab curl. And then as you bring your arms back, hips go up and you reach, and then hips go down. Good. I need to scooch down a little bit. Good. So bridge up, arms are over. Good. And as you come down, it's like a little rocking. Stay nice and lifted on that bridge. So it's a nice hip opener, glute workout. And then as you come up, Ooh, we target the abs. And last one. Good. All right, come back down. Good. Let's just take arms overhead and back down. Good. Let's do 3 roll-ups while we're here. So, legs are reaching long, feet are flexed, arms are overhead. Remember, the roll-up is you bring your arms up over chest, and as you start to go up, and if this is where you're at, or if this is where you're at, that's fine. We work towards a full roll-up, and then over, come back to tall sitting, roll on that pelvis to come back. Good. Let's do 3 together. Arms up over chest. Continue the roll up. Over, feel the nice stretch. Good. Just 2 more. And last one, make it a good one. Beautiful. All right, let's cool down. Bring your feet up and just take them wide and sway side to side. Good, bring them back in. Good, just hug one knee in, other leg is long. Good, switch sides. Remember, take as long as you need on both legs. You don't have to go to my pace. Good. Cross one leg over the other knee and then bring it in. Feel that stretch. And switch sides. Good. Dangle your feet, take your hands on your knees, and just rotate around to feel a nice little massage in the lower part of your back, and just a nice little movement for our hips. And other direction. Reaching legs long, arms overhead nice and long. Reach, reach, reach. Feel that stretch. Good. Bring arms down by your side. Palms can face the ceiling. Let your feet relax. And just continue the inhaling through your nose. And nice exhales through your mouth. Filling the body with air. And melting each part of your body into the mat. Letting your mind relax. Maybe it's nighttime and you're getting ready for bed. Maybe it's morning and you're thinking How about how you're getting your day started? Great way to start your day. Good. You're welcome to turn over onto your side as if you were to get out of bed. And just rest there for a moment. Good, and when you're ready in your own time, you can push yourself up to a seated position. Beautiful work today, everybody. I hope you feel good and enjoy the rest of your day, or if you're going to bed, have a good sleep. All right, don't forget to like and comment, and I'll see you soon. Bye.